lovely, lovely distinction of going on to face the Ducks and the Mandarin team, which is not going to be an easy matchup. Whoever gets out of this group here.
Certainly.
But whoever loses here will have a second chance to go through to the next round. Of course, we do this as a kind of double elimination. But we are getting in game here, so let's give a quick rundown of ships. Why don't you start us off with ship number 1, Zill?
Certainly. Let me get my names up. First ship for Mac, we have Taxation. It looks like a gat mortar front with a carronade flare side. And next we have the Zephyrus. I'm going to go with that. It is a gat flak front and a flame Artemis side.
Yep. And on the Aaron Burr on the Muse team, we've got that lovely Mobula, which you see so often with, let's see, double Artemis up on the wings. We've got a Hades up top with Gat Mortar on the lower sides. And on the, what is this, Inspired, that is Bubbles' ship, we've got Heavy Flak front with a Mercury, Hades, and what is that other gun up there? That is an Artemis. So fairly long range here. Of course, this map being one of the biggest maps that we've got. There's a lot of long-range play, but the Mac team
taking a lot of damage already.
Yeah, Zephyrus got spotted immediately. Taxation has gone across these two red ships, getting a little bit split up here, but maybe they will be able to do a little bit of flanking. Of course, these two pirates are going to want to get in a little bit close. What do you think about that get flak on that Zephyrus?
I've never been a huge fan of it because the gat range, just by the time you get into gat range, you've already close the distance, and you're pretty close to that arming time on the flak as it stands right now in this batch. Not something I like, but then others say it's easier to shoot. So to each their own.
Yep, Zephyrus continuing to get pounded here, both by the Ember and the Inspired. It is holding out decently, and the Taxation is trying to come around, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to keep on holding up. Uh-oh, that heavy flak coming in, but then there it goes. First one of those missed, second one hit. That heavy flak will do a tremendous amount of damage if you get that armor knocked down.
Definitely. It looks like they tried to do something of a pincer, but they just didn't time it right, because now here comes Taxation behind both of them. I'm not sure if it... Oh, he's spotted now, and they'll certainly start turning.
And now Taxation, if they take a charge at the Inspired, they could do a lot of damage. Looks like they are holding up a little bit here. We'll see if Inspired manages to deflect this rush by that Taxation, but Taxation already armored down. Aaron Burr's lower deck guns going at it. Gat still shooting.
He managed to get within the heavy flak arming. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but that Gat flak from the Aaron Burr.
DPS of everything just whittles him away.
Yeah, absolutely. Zephyrus shooting off some there. Of course, they are way too far away to hit, and not a very good start so far for Mothers Against Cavalry, or Cavalry Against Gaming, or Clockwork Mothers. I don't.
Look, you should stick with the original plan for Mac.
For Mac, yes, we're going to stick with Mac. So Mac's not having the Mac attack. Maybe not having a good time so far.
Maybe if we see them again, they'll call themselves Mac and Cheese.
That would be quite amazing. All right, Zephyrus and Taxation looks like they will get together now, so they have learned a little bit. I do know that they are on Skype together, so at least they have some good communication going on. They did try a little bit of a pincer move there, which of course quite hard to pull off. Zephyrus definitely had to hold back a little longer than they did. He used the clouds to their advantage, but just not quite able to do so.
Some interesting movement from the Museosaurs as looks like they reposition. They had a pretty strong position, but it looks like they're almost giving it up for... Well, I think they have an idea of where they're at, just because they seem to be putting distance between them and Mac, and they seem to be facing in the proper direction. I think they're just waiting for him to make their move now.
Absolutely. Now, it should be mentioned that with the Mobula and Spire setup, if the Mac team can get anywhere near, they can charge these two ships. The Rams from Pyramidions against these two Muse ships are going to do quite well, but they are still...
Flares going up, lots of damage going into Zephyrus as he makes his way in.
Yeah, Zephyrus coming on in still, finally hitting with some of that...
Oh, those heavy flags.
And the rest of those shots are true from Muse. Taking down Zephyrus once again.
There you go.
Leaving Taxation all alone. And this is basically the position that you never want to be in any kind of respect. You never want to do this in a pub game, especially not a competitive game where you're going in this 2v1. Taxation running on 4th, those heavy flak just obliterates that hull so quickly once that armor is down.
Yep, and you got a 4-0 lead for Museosaurs.
Yep. Of course, this is going to be a best of 1 here, so the winner of this will move on to the next stage. The loser is not quite out yet. They will have a second chance to move on 4th. Of course, the winner of this will face Mandarins. The winner of that will move on 4th, and the loser of that will face the loser of this match again. So it'll be possibly a rematch.
Interesting. Well, it looks like they're in Mac is in no rush to go forward at this point.
Yeah, which is probably a good thing. That you want to gather yourself heavy flak shot going off at the taxation. Of course, from this distance, it does get a little bit hard to hit. You do have some spots on, which definitely help with that. Some Hades arcing way, way over the Zephyrus. Zephyrus trying to escape the that combined fire between the Aaron Burr and the Inspired. Doing a decent job of it.
Raising up, trying to get those Artemis arcs. There you go. And he's got them now. And it looks like they're going to focus on Zephyrus. And I'm not sure what Taxation is doing, but they're definitely taking the opportunity to focus on Zephyrus.
A little bit of ribbing going on there from Swizzle, poking fun at the Muse team. But, of course, no cheating going on in here. I don't think that's even a possible thing. But Zephyrus now circling around, and these 2 Muse ships have actually come way forward here. If the Taxation can catch them from behind and the Zephyrus stay alive, this can do well. But there's a lot of firepower coming in from the Aaron Burr on its own. Zephyrus taking a lot of damage and will go down. Muse will take this with a quick 5-0 victory, showing their power off. And that will put Muse into the next match.
Yep, they'll definitely put them up against the Mandarins, and well, that should be interesting. Do you happen to know the map for that? I certainly don't.
Just letting the other team know to not leave quite yet, because they will have another shot at it.